For example 2, we need to notice that the numerator power is the same as the denominator. So what we have to do first in this case is we need to do division to make the power smaller in the numerator. So I'm going to divide x squared minus 1 into negative 7 x squared plus 10x plus 3. So it's going to go into there negative 7 times. That's going to end up being plus 7. I'm going to end up with a remainder of 10x minus 4. Okay, so when I rewrite this integral, then I'm going to have the integral of negative 7 dx plus the remaining part of this is going to be the remainder over the divisor. And the divisor is x plus 1, x minus 1. And now at this point, I can apply partial fractions to this portion here. Okay, so this portion here is we're going to apply our partial fractions to. Okay, so when I do this, I'm going to set this up as a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 1. And setting this up, we get ax minus a plus bx plus b, and that's going to be equal to 10x minus 4. Grouping together my terms, a plus b x plus b minus a equals 10x minus 4. Now I'm going to equate the coefficients. So a plus b is going to be the same as 10. And I'm also going to get b minus a is equal to negative 4. So there's my system of equations. So in this case, I've done it as a system of equations instead of using zero factors. And so a plus b equals 10. That's one equation. B minus a equals negative 4. So I'm just going to solve for b here. B is equal to a minus 4. And then I'm going to substitute it into the blue equation. So a plus, instead of b, I'm going to use a minus 4. And that's going to be equal to 10. So I get 2a equals 14. A is equal to 7. And if a is equal to 7, substituting back into b, I'm going to end up with 7 minus 4. And that gives me a b value of 3. So there's my integral. So I can set up my integral now. I'm going to, first of all, integrate the negative 7 into negative 7x plus that red integral can be now split up into the blue part and the red part. So I'm going to set it up as a over the integral of 7 over x plus 1 and plus the b part I'm going to do in red. So it's going to be b, which is 3 over the other factor, x minus 1. Okay, so just so we're clear where we're getting this from, I got it from here and here. At this point, we can integrate this. So I end up with negative 7x plus 7 log x plus 1 plus 3 log x minus 1 plus c. And I'm just going to combine this is good enough, but I can also combine the log parts of this plus log x plus 1 to the power 7, x minus 1 to the power 3, plus c. Okay, and then there's a type 2 types that we need to set up. And the type 2 types are, we just have to remember how to set them up. It's going to be a over the linear factor of x plus 1. And then there's also going to be the constant b over the squared factor x plus 1 squared. And when we do this, we need to multiply the top and bottom of this factor of x plus 1, x plus 1, and that's going to generate the x's in the numerator that's going to match up with the x's in the numerator here. So we end up with a times x plus 1 plus b, and that's going to be equal to the x plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to solve for b first, and this time I'm going to use my zero factor. So I'm going to generate a zero factor by letting x equals -1. And when I do that, I end up with a times 0 plus b equals -1 plus 3 is 2. So we get b equals to 2. Okay, and then once we have that, I can then work out the system here, and just going to mark that off. And then I'm going to set this up as, I'm going to expand this out, and I'm going to end up with, I'm just going to look at the constant terms. So I'm going to end up with a plus b is equal to 3. Okay, so this term and this term, I'm going to match up with that term. And so knowing that b is equal to 2, I get 3 minus 2 for a. That gives me an a value equal to 1. So now I have my a and b, I can set up my integrals. So when I set up my integral, the a value, sorry, I kind of mixed these up, didn't I? So I'm going to do my integral a equals 1. So it's going to be the integral of 1 over x plus 1 dx. Okay, that's going to use a log to integrate that. And then I'm going to end up with a b, which is 2 over x plus 1 squared dx. That's going to use power rule. So this becomes log x plus 1 plus, using power rule, this is going to be power from -2 to -1, and then divide by the -1. So I'm going to end up with an extra negative. So we end up with x plus 1 to the power 1, which is same as -1. And then we need to remember the plus c. So I use the power rule for the x plus 1 squared factor. So there is my final answer. I'm just going to adjust the signs here. X plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 1 plus c.